As Desmond Tutu said, if you are neutral in the face of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressors. Hello, people of the internet and Lil. I apologize for the delay in this video, but I was doing research and writing a script because I want to talk about Ferguson. On August 9th, an officer named Darren Wilson shot and killed an unarmed black teen named Michael Brown. This caught worldwide media attention for several reasons. Wilson shot Brown 6 times in the arm, chest, and head, and several eyewitnesses state that at the time of being shot, Brown's hands were up in an act of surrender. The people of Ferguson believe that Wilson's actions are another extension of police brutality that is disproportionately directed toward black males. Following his death, Brown's body was not moved from the scene, and protesters began to stand in solidarity with him. The thing with it having caught media attention is that we are now all following the trial. People in New York, Seattle, Chicago, Los Angeles, and several other cities across the United States and the world are standing in solidarity with Ferguson. Here's the thing. It is abundantly clear that police brutality is rampant in the current system that we have. However, many people fail to see the racism that is very clear in our system. Black men have been beaten horribly and told to pay damages for getting blood on the officers' uniforms. Black men have been shot for eating Skittles, for wearing hoodies, or for walking down the streets with their hands in their pockets. A black female celebrity was detained because police believed her to be a prostitute after seeing her kiss her white husband in public. The thing with Ferguson is that it's not an isolated issue. It's the final straw. This is the time to make your voice heard, and more importantly, this is the time to make black voices heard across the nation. Institutional and systemic racism are rampant across the United States, and so many people refuse to believe that it even exists. Obviously, I am not black. However, I am an ally, and as such, I am putting my voice out in support. If you are also an ally to the black community, here are some things you can do in this really important time. At your Thanksgiving party, if people are talking about Ferguson and they don't think that it is an issue of race, please stop them. Educate them. Don't get angry with them, don't yell and scream, but calmly tell them that 63% of Ferguson's population is black, but 94% of their police force is white. Tell them that 92% of police searches and 86% of car searches are for black people. Explain that Darren Wilson not getting a trial shows that the black life that he took is so insignificant to the government of Ferguson that they are unwilling to even talk about it. Anytime you hear or see somebody making racist comments, stop them and tell them why what they're doing is wrong. I know that I have made countless ignorant statements in the past, and it is only because of people calling me out on my shit that I was able to educate myself and stop making ignorant choices. Anytime anybody tries to argue that we live in a post-racial America, stop them. Remind them that black people make up only 30% of our population and are over 60% of the prison population. Explain that 1 in 3 black men are expected to go to prison in their lifetime. Explain that black men are 21 times more likely to be shot than their white counterparts. Clearly, race and segregation issues are far from over. They are just being manifested in different forms than Jim Crow laws and colored fountains. Keep talking about Ferguson. Do not let this just be a social media craze for a week and end. Keep talking about unjust deaths of black people at the hands of white police. If people try to argue with you that black police kill white men as well, tell them that that does not mean that racism doesn't exist in the United States. If anything, that just shows how far police brutality has gone and how necessary it is for body cameras to be on all police at all times. Police brutality is disproportionately directed toward people of color, and people need to recognize that. Finally, and most importantly, bring black voices to the forefront. Representation will bring about change. If you are white, do not try to overpower black voices. Do not try to make your opinion more important. Do not try to tell a black person what you think living as a black person in America must be like. Instead, support the voices that you have heard. Empower those voices. Right now is the time to fight for change. Right now is the time to decide what side of history you want to be on. In the description below, I've placed a bunch of links. One of them is a Tumblr master post that basically will point you in the direction of a bunch of news websites, live updates, Twitter feeds, etc. that is going to show you what's happening in Ferguson. I've also placed the entire transcript of the grand jury case deciding whether or not Wilson would be indicted. If there are any other important links that you feel that I've missed, please leave them for me in the comments below. And also, let me know if I've said anything that is wrong. Please correct me. For those of you who are protesting in solidarity with Ferguson or in Ferguson, please be safe. I stand with you. I'll see you soon, Lil.